Hi, my name is Andy Maslen and I'm the author of Persuasive Copywriting, now in its second edition, and I have been a professional copywriter for 33 years. So a question I often get asked is, what's the number one skill that a copywriter needs? And the answer might surprise you. It certainly surprises the people I give it to, because it's not writing. The number one skill I think you need is empathizing. In other words, that ability to feel what somebody else is feeling. So the question is, I think, how do we empathize? How do we figure out what it is that is making our customer, our prospect, our reader tick? And I imagine them sitting in front of me, and I always like to ask them, what's your problem? And to be more specific, what's the problem that you've got that my product or my client's products can solve? Now, you're watching a video about copywriting books, so maybe you wish you were a better copywriter. Well, okay, if that's what keeps you up at 3 in the morning, this book will help. Then I kind of think, well, who are they? Or so I'm talking to you. Who are you? What do you like? What are your hopes and fears and motivations and your dreams? What are the things that to define you as a person? And I'm trying to build up a kind of pen portrait of my target customer. All of that is really essential, I think, before you put finger to keyboard. And then once we do put finger to keyboard, so we have a sense of who we're talking to, what you want to be is personal, not personalized. I mean, in this, we have a kind of data-rich, data-driven age now where you can find out everything about your reader. But if it's not personal, then all you're saying is, look at all the data I've gathered on you, like the big social media firms that get into trouble for having too much of it. But the simplest way to demonstrate that rapport and that empathy is to just use the personal pronouns you and I. And that way it's a conversation between two individuals. It's incidentally not you and we. So we don't say we at Gillette, for example. You want to say, I wanted to tell you about this new program we've got for men. And that way it's still a personal, natural human relationship. The other thing I think that's very important when it comes to the idea of customer empathy is to understand that what they're interested in is not really what you're interested in. Now, you may have developed a fantastic arthritis cure. Perhaps it's for typists, perhaps it's some sort of audio, it's a dictation product. So you want to come out with this thing, are you ready for the revolution in writing technology? But what you should be putting down for these people, if they are your target market, is arthritis. Because arthritis sufferers, that is what consumes them. It literally keeps them awake at 3 in the morning. And if you want to hook your reader in immediately and demonstrate that you understand what their world is like as opposed to your world, coming out with their problem in your headline, in your first line, in a Google ad, a Facebook post, whatever, that's what will do it. So I guess in summary, having touch typing skills or brilliant English grammar is not what you need. What you need is empathy, and that's why a psychopath would never make a good copywriter.